Welcome back to The Drive here on ESPN Radio 93.9, The Team. I love that song. That's a good song right there, right, Courtney? Did you load that in for me?
Yes, I did.
That's good stuff right there. Who is that? Citizen Cope?
Citizen Cope. They're a great band.
I've never heard them before, but Matt was playing some of their music for me yesterday.
They're really good.
There you go, a little Citizen Cope for you there. All right, we are out here at Bras Across the Water at Harbor Gate Marina, having a wonderful time. This thing hasn't even started yet, and people are already filling up the marina. The restaurants are over there cooking away smoking some barbecue, I should say, for the barbecue contest that's coming up later, which you buy a ticket for $10 and you get to taste all 6 restaurants' barbecue side items. Vote for your favorite. They are competing for your vote. So come on out here and hang out with us tonight. All right, let's go back to the phone lines once again. We are jam-packed today with all kinds of great stuff to talk about, and I have been teasing this since yesterday. I am very excited to be talking about this event. I'm actually going to let these guys tell you a little bit about the event. Joining me on the line, I got 2 gentlemen. One is one of a good friend of the show, Phil Wertz from the Brandon Agency. He helps us with a lot of great interviews, and he's joined us before to talk about different events and different promotions going on with him. And alongside him is Mark Chapman. Are you guys there? How you guys doing today?
Yeah, we're doing great.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, why don't you let's start with Phil, and because Phil, you've been behind this for a couple weeks, and then Mark, we got some great questions for you. But Phil, why don't you tell our listeners, this press release came out this morning. No one's really talked about it yet, though, because this is the first opportunity. This is the first interview you guys have done. Tell us what is going to happen on 11/11/11.
Yeah, thanks for having us on, Aaron, and hope you're having a great day at the marina. Yeah, like you said, we were thinking a couple months ago, and the only time in our lifetime that Veterans Day is going to be on 11/11/11 is next month. So we're like, what can we do to draw awareness and raise money for a couple great causes on Veterans Day and honor the men and women who sacrificed for our country? And we thought, you know what, we're in the golf capital of the world, Myrtle Beach. Let's tie golf and these military causes together. So we got together with Myrtle Beach Golf Holiday, who everybody knows about here in town, Bill Golden, the president there, and then with Golf Academy of America. And we said, you know what? Let's find a student from Golf Academy of America to play 11 rounds of golf on 11/11/11 and do it for the Wounded Warrior Project and for Salute Military Golf Association. So that's the plan.
So with that, I'll bring in Mark Chapman, a golf student with the Golf Academy, who is going to attempt to play 11 rounds of golf in 11 hours. Mark, how you feeling about that?
It's going to be a wild time. I had the honor of being asked to do this by Phil and by Mr. Jim Hart. Last week, Phil took me out to Waterways. The staff out there, they shut down the Oaks 9 for us. Easy Go donated a car, and Phil drove me around, and we did it pretty well. 43 minutes for 18 holes of golf.
Wow.
And that was even losing a couple balls. So didn't hit them all straight.
So Phil was driving you around. Phil, I think we can get you set up. We just did the Pro Cup, Cars Pro Cup Series this past week at Myrtle Beach Speedway. I think you're ready to go, buddy. You can be in it next year.
Yeah, this Easy Go kart, it's a street legal kart. It does about 23 to 28 miles per hour, and we were flying around Waterway Hills. And want to thank Dick Lesor for giving us that 9, which we'll also use on 11/11/11. And Mark just wanted to do that test. We wanted to kind of gauge, for 11 rounds on that day. When you include dusk, you only have about 11 hours of daylight that day because daylight savings time is the first weekend in November. So we're like, okay, we'd have to play each round, or Mark would have to play each round in 58 minutes or less. So when he played it in 43 minutes, 47 seconds, we're like, hey, this can definitely happen. And Mark, he could tell you about what he's doing to prepare. He kept the ball in the fairway. I know we had at least 6 pars. We didn't keep score that day, but he shot probably 82 or 83 that day.
That's what I was going to ask, Mark. How'd you shoot when you play a round in 43 minutes? So about 82. That's solid. Now, what are you normally shooting around?
I'm usually probably around 80, 82.
Okay. And what I'm real interested to see is what you shoot in the 11th round that day. It'll just be a matter of finish.
Hopefully keep it under triple digits.
So, Mark, Phil got some numbers together for us, and I know you've read them, but I'm just going to read them out, and once again, just get your feedback. And I want to know, the question is, after I read these numbers, what are you going to do to maintain your energy and to stay fueled up, and what kind of things are you doing to prepare? Because 11 rounds of golf, guys, that equates to 67,760 yards of golf, or in mileage, that's 38.5 miles that you will play that day. So what are you going to do to get through all that? Because I've run a marathon, but that's only 26. That pales in comparison to 38.
Well, first of all, thank goodness I'm not walking it. So thanks to Easy Go for the cart. Secondly, when they're talking to me about this and how many golf shots that I'd have to take, I go out to the range, I'll hit 200, 250 full shots, try to play 18 holes. And then if I feel up to it, come back and hit probably another 100 balls. And I try to do that every other day. But Phil was saying he's got some great sponsors on board. Just drink a lot of water. Hang on for dear life because this Easy cart will go pretty good. And get up there and hit the ball. So.
Now, I understand, additionally, in your practice round the other day, it was just you two guys, but you're going to have 4 caddies out in the fairway watching for your ball to help you find it quicker, and you're going to have a gentleman on each of the tees, and your ball's already going to be teed up. Is that correct? So that should help speed things up along. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Phil, we talked about all this, and I think with the addition of the 4 caddies and having the ball teed up, I'm actually thinking we can probably do this in probably 35, 37 minutes around.
Wow.
Also, too, Aaron, it was good to do the test because Mark was able to find out that he used only his driver, hybrid, 8-iron, 2 wedges, and a putter. So he doesn't have to carry the big bag and clunk around a bunch of clubs and be real cumbersome. He's just going to use those 6 clubs throughout the day. And we're going to play that Oaks 9 22 times, which is a little bit over 3,000 yards. So each round is about 6,160 yards. So, legit, members tees, 11 rounds of golf.
Yep.
So if you're just now joining us wondering what in the heck we're talking about, on 11-11-11, a couple Fridays from now, Mark Chapman is going to attempt to play 11 rounds of golf in less than 11 hours, which means he'll start very early in the morning, 6:43 a.m., and should be wrapping up somewhere. You've got until 5:16? Is that how much time? Or by sunset you got to be wrapped up, which is right in the middle of our show. We'll look forward to chatting with you if you have the ability to talk and stand up after.
I think it'll be all right.
Now, Phil, just a question for you real quick, or something for you to discuss. We already mentioned briefly early the money that's being raised. Talk to us again about the Salute Military Golf Association, who that is, what the dollars are going towards, and how our listeners can get involved by donating.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Aaron. And one thing I should mention about Mark, and he's a modest person, but he's also a veteran of 21 years in the Air Force. So I think I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that, obviously playing 11 rounds on Veterans Day, 11-11-11 is going to be a pretty amazing thing, but it's also pretty amazing that Mark is a 21-year Air Force veteran who is a veteran of numerous military campaigns, including Operation Iraqi Freedom, and was awarded the Defense Meritorious Service Medal. So he's definitely served his country. He understands the importance of this day. And, with the amount of military we have in this area, we want everybody to come out and support Wounded Warrior Project and Salute Military Golf Association, because the monies will go to both of those organizations. People will be able to, once we get it out into the news media, as far as where you can go online to support both of those organizations. They can also come out to Waterway Hills on November 11th and support it. They can also call the Golf Academy of America or stop by the Golf Academy, which is just over the Waterway on 501, right by Ron John Burgers, right there in that little mall area there, Golf Academy of America. But also, too, Myrtle Beach Golf Holiday is very much involved with this, so that's why both organizations just felt like this was a great cause. And, yeah, we're playing 11 rounds, but it's for the military to honor the men and women who've given so much, and we want people to come out and support this cause.
Yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. And just one word of advice to any of our listeners or anyone who comes out: get out of the way. That's all I got to say, right? Just stay out of the way of Mark and Phil. They'll run you over, right, guys?
That's why they're closing off the course. Actually, when we did the test, there was one foursome out there, and two of the gentlemen were assistant golf professionals at Waterway Hills, and they saw Mark afterward and said, we were amazed that you hit your drive and never even looked at it. You hit it and ran for the cart, and then you hit your second shot and ran for the cart. But his drive was right down the middle. His approach shot was right on the green. He does a really good short game, and fortunately, he's able to hit as minimal amount of shot as possible because that's what it's going to take, and it will be interesting to see. We're going to do another test probably somewhere around Monday, November 7th, just to kind of recalibrate and make sure we're good to go and ready to tee it up. Maybe over 900 to 1,000 shots on 11-11-11.
Wow, unbelievable. So what a great event. Phil, you and I have been talking about this for a couple weeks, and I've been so excited to tell people about it. So glad we could finally break the news on it today. We will be out there. Our show will be airing at Waterway Hills that day. We're actually going to have some fun promotions we're doing around our show to raise some more dollars. Mark, I look forward to meeting you that day, and we will have a Gatorade, some water, a couple 5-hour energies, and a Red Bull sitting at our table waiting for you when you finish up. So
that would be awesome. Appreciate that.
And maybe some food. How about maybe food is what he wants. No more drinks. You'll be drinking stuff all day. We'll get you some food afterwards. But he's Mark Chapman, who's going to play 11 rounds of golf in less than 11 hours. Phil Wertz with the Brandon Agency behind the whole event. Guys, I really appreciate your time today and very much looking forward to the event.
Well, thanks, Aaron. We are as well, and we look forward to it.
Thanks, sir.
Really appreciate it. So there you go, guys. You heard it here first. You'll hear more about it, I'm sure, later on throughout the week on TV, through the newspaper, and other areas that cover the news. But right here, we're telling you about it, and we are a big part of that event. 11-11-11. It only happens once, and right here in Myrtle Beach, the golf capital of the world, we're going to have a guy play 11 rounds of golf in less than 11 hours. Can he do it? You think he can do it? We'll tell you. We'll be there covering every minute